to Jean-Charles and his team.
So, dear friends, it's a great honor, of course, to receive you in our celebrated museum. All the tools you see have been collected by specifically one man in Burgundy. But we're thrilled because we wanted to really bring a sense of culture to Sonoma, to the first historical winery. And we wanted to make sure that we would make this experience to be a 17, 18 minute only, but very interactive, where people can actually not only have fun looking at tools, but understanding the history of wine, the history of Sonoma, and more importantly, the connection of the man and the tools and the earth and what the earth has to give to all of us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Count Augustin Holstein, founder of Buena Vista Winery in 1857. 150 years later, I am now called the father of California viniculture. I accept this title. And now, I present to you all the man who made all of this possible and brought me back to life just 4 years ago, when he purchased Buena Vista Winery, the illustrious Jean-Charles Boisset, everyone.
Today is the day which really represents audacity, vision, exploration, and really what America is all about, this incredible sense of discovery and this incredible vision of wanting to go beyond. And finally, when we talk about dynasties, when we talk about legacy, and it's easy for me on this podium to tell you, coming from the old world, that we constantly are here to represent the past. In the past, we obviously seek our great inspiration. So, as the Count in 1861 visited the Château du Clos Vougeot in the heart of Burgundy, we are today in 2015. We acquired the winery in 2011, believe it or not, an exact amount of years after the Count came to Burgundy. So I believe of destiny, and I believe it's meant to be. I would like to invite, as we bring our congressman to the stage, to do the Bon Bourguignon, which is a tradition for 900 years in the heart of Burgundy. So there's a little bit of Burgundy between us now and the old world and the new world, and to one world of wine. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to have all your hands up. I would like all the amazing Buena Vista team to join me into leading all of us for the famous Bon Bourguignon, which brings two worlds together. So, 1, 2, 3. La 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 la.
And what a great party this is, and a real A-list of folks are here. The fact, I learned something new today. I learned that Andre was a consulting winemaker. I didn't know that until I got here today. And for those of you who never had an opportunity to know that man, I'm sorry, because he was absolutely phenomenal. And what he did for winemaking and for wine in California is part of what we are today. And he was just a great, great guy. And this work that Jean-Charles has done is not only about a great place to come to enjoy fantastic wine, but like all great places, it's about education. I have a copy of a congressional record statement that I was honored to be able to read into the record on the floor of Congress. It will be on the congressional record forever, as long as I'm assuming that this is going to be here forever also. And it was a great honor for me to be able to do this. I'm a great fan of this guy, and if you didn't notice,
You know, it obviously the oldest in California, and I must admit a little biased, but I think one of the most beautiful in the Sonoma Valley for sure.
Whereas in 2011, Jean-Charles Boisset purchased the historic Buena Vista Winery in Sonoma, which upon its grounds sat the first two stone winery buildings constructed in the state of California.
On behalf of the California State Sheriff's Association and every peace officer in this great nation, John Charles, I would like to thank you for your dedication, your vision, your passion, and your sincere commitment to our history and our community.
So it takes a spirit, it takes a personality like you have demonstrated to take that blend and to form it. 2 years ago, we were honoring the 80th anniversary of the repeal of Prohibition. Mike was one of the featured speakers there. Gina was one of the pioneer families that we honored, and our daughter Carla, whose film team is filming this right now, her documentary was being honored by the Smithsonian. The leadership of the Smithsonian American History Museum, the most preeminent place for American history, selected John Charles Boisset to give the opening toast to Julia Child.
This is the oldest grape wine facility in the world.
This has been such a distinct honor and pleasure to work on this building for all of the reasons that Mr. Sullivan just described. It is the first, it is the best stone winery here in California.
It was really a challenge for us as landscape architects is how do you make a site that honors the history, that makes it fully accessible, but more importantly makes it fun. Fun for these kids and fun for these kids. And so for us, it was a really amazing opportunity. And through John Charles's vision, he's not only a lover of wine, he's also a lover of landscape. And through landscape, we've been able to transform this and had the patience, just like wine, landscape grows over time. And so every time you come here, every season you come here, it's different and it's beautiful. And thanks to John Charles, we appreciate that.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all very much for joining us on this very historic and beautiful day. My father, Val, and I are honored to be with you all, where my great-great-great-grandfather helped establish the California wine industry. But what I am most proud of is to be a member of this incredible team that is dedicated to the exact same dream Augustin Haristi had 158 years ago, which is to produce ultra-premium California wine.
Thank you all. It's a thrill to be here. And as John Charles said, the Buena Vista Winery is the 5th oldest winery to be a chamber member. And while commerce is so important to business, people like the Buena Vista Winery are important to community. To be a continual member for over 70 years, as commemorated in the 1946 Sonoma Index Tribune main article in this magazine. Anyway, it's just a thrill to be here and an honor to open the historic Tool Museum. Are you ready? Woo! 1, 2, 3.
A remarkable success. Thank you, Jean-Charles Boisset, and all the